In this tutorial, we're going to cover how to adjust the fabric appearance of your mockup. So to start, let's expand the effects folder, and we're going to be working with the highs layer and the lows layer. So if I turn both of these off, you'll notice now we have a mockup with no fabric texture whatsoever. It's just color. So if I turn these back on, the way that we're going to adjust this is by modifying the opacity levels up here. So if I set the opacity on the highs layer to 30, you see what it does to the garment. If I set the lows opacity to 30, see what it does to the garment. When you are most likely to adjust these settings is when you are using a very dark or a very bright color. So inside of the color, let's set a very light color to help make this a little bit easier to understand. So you see here with a really, really bright color, sometimes the lows might make the shirt look a little bit kind of dirty, kind of dingy. The colors get a little bit dark. So if you're using a very bright color and you want to make it look brighter than it does with the default settings, you're going to click on the lows layer and set the opacity to 40 or 50% or whatever you think is going to look best. So if we take it to 50, that actually looks pretty good. Let's set this back to 70. And the inverse is true for dark garments and the highs layer. So let's set this custom color down to a very dark color, okay? And now we're gonna modify the highs layer. So with the highs, let's take this from 70 down to 40. There's that. You maybe wanna increase that a little bit, maybe up to 90 and make the fabric show through a little bit more. For most instances, and the way that the brand colors are calibrated, the default values are going to be just fine. But if you want to get more advanced with it, this is how you would modify the fabric appearance. Additionally, if you want to modify the fabric appearance on the design itself, you're going to do that with the design texture layer. So you would select design texture and modify the opacity just the same as you did for these other ones here. So you can take this down to 20% or you can take it up to 90%. And modify this to whatever you think looks the most photorealistic for your design and the mockup you're creating.